Fundamentals of Chinese 2, Unit 1, Making Appointments, Calling One's Teacher, Pronounce it. Turn to pages 152 and 153 in your textbook. Have a pen or pencil ready so you can take notes. Okay, we have a few pronunciations that you haven't seen before. One of them is hua. You may have seen hua before, but let's just review it. So we have this 打电话, and this should actually be third tone. 打电话. And 电话is telephone. 电 actually means electricity. You've learned that because in the word 电视 for television. And then we see 电 again. In this case it's 话, so electric talk. So quite clever there. 电话, electric talk or telephone. And then here's the verb that's used when they say make a phone call. 打电话. And so we have this 话. So 话, this UA sound in pinyin, and you'll see it together with other consonants. But here, it kind of sounds like ah, wa, or wa. So you have H, and then wa, hua, 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 hua. So try that a couple times. Hua, hua, hua. And then make sure you have the tone correct. You could have hua, 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 hua. In this case, it's fourth tone, hua. Next we have nin, nin, which is the polite form of you. And it's somewhere in between, in as in pin and in as in teen. Nin. It doesn't really sound like nin when you say it, but you want to try and say in as in teen, and the result hopefully will end up somewhere accurate. Nin, nin, and then you have the second tone, nin, 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 nin. Alright, next we have this ti from wen ti. Wen ti is problem. So you know this I after it follows, for example, a Y. It sounds like E, the E as in B. So we have a T before it, and we come up with tea, like drinking a cup of tea, tea. And then we have the second tone, so it's tea, 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 wen tea. So let's try that. Tea, tea, tea. Alright, here we have kai from kai hui. Kai hui, to have a meeting. Kai hui. Now you've seen this final here, AI, in 太好了, 太好了, right? You've learned that tai with a T before it. In this case, we have a K before it, so it's a K sound in the I. Kai. Kai. Like almost like you're about to say kite, but you don't add a T at the end. Kai. Kai hui. So let's try that 3 times. Kai in its first tone. Kai. Kai. Okay. Next we have 考 in 考试. 考试. 考试, you remember, is to take a test or exam. 考试. And so this this AO sound here in pinyin Okay? Kind of sounds like the ow and ouch. Ow, cow, 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 cow. Kind of like it, not exactly. So listen closely, my throat's a little more closed. It's not so open as it would be if you say ow. It's more closed. Cow, ow, cow. So let's try that 3 times. Third tone, remember. Cow, 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 考试. Alright, next we have ho. I think you might have seen this before, but let's have another look at it. So this OU in pinyin kind of sounds like the O in toe. Ho, ho, with an H before it. Fourth tone, ho. Let's try that 3 times. Ho, ho, ho. 以后，以后. Next we have kong. Kong here means free time, to have free time. So it's a K sound with an O sound with the NG sound. O, O, ong, kong. So it's not Kong. We're used to saying like King Kong or Hong Kong. So you're going to have to train yourself not to do that. It's not Kong as in King Kong or Hong Kong. It's O, ong, kong, kong. First tone, so it's going to sound like kong, kong. Let's try that 3 times. Kong, kong, kong. Alright, next we have 2 here. We have Fung and Bian. So Fung, we have A, Ang, Fung. Okay, so this isn't fang like the fangs of a wolf. Okay, it's A, Ang, Fung, A, Ang, Ang, Fung. Okay, Fung. First tone, so let's try that 3 times. Fung, 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 Fung. Okay, and then Bian. So Bian, you've seen the IAN like Jian, 时间, or Dian, like 电视 or 电话. So it's the same final here. It's E and then N as in taken, Yen, Yen. And in this case we have a B before it. Bian, fourth tone. So let's try that 3 times. Bian, Bian, Bian. Let's put it together here. First tone, Fang. Fourth tone, Bian, Fang, Bian, Fang, Bian. Let's try that 3 times. Fang, Bian, Fang, Bian, Fang, Bian. Alright, next we have Dao. So here we have the AO again, so it's Ao as an ouch with a D in front of it. Ao, Dao. Fourth tone, Dao. So let's try that 3 times. Dao, Dao, Dao. Excellent. Alright, and finally here's the last new pronunciation that you came across in this unit, and that is dang. So this ENG in pinyin actually sounds like the as in tongue. As in tongue. With a D before it. Dung. Dung. And its third tone. Dung. Dung. So let's try that 3 times. Dang, dang, dang. Great. And that concludes this pronunciation lesson.